Greetings everyone, I'm Dr. Rachel Meixner and this video is all about assessment. So when we think about assessment in special education, that can mean many different things. We might be progress monitoring on goals and objectives. We might be supporting a student with an assessment in the curriculum. Whatever it might be, I have some wonderful AI tools I like to use to generate assessments when I need them. So one of the first things I love to do with my students is provide alternative ways for them to show their learning. Because for many of my students, the learning is there, the growth is there, but they just resist the traditional paper and pencil tests. This is especially powerful if you have students with behavior who might have a lot of creativity and they want to use it. So for this, I like to use what's called the choice board generator on Magic School. So when you go to the search bar, type in choice board and you can specify your grade level. So for me, I'm currently working with some juniors and their learning goal is I can learn how to apply for a job and complete a job interview. So this is in a transition class, just as an example. Additional details, these students are very creative and my students really enjoy movement, so if they can somehow incorporate that, that'd be wonderful. Then I hit generate and it will give me lots of ideas. All right, a mock interview. Ooh, have students create a job application video, professional scavenger hunt, set up a LinkedIn page, interview skills skit, all kinds of ideas I can choose from to assess student readiness, a self-reflection journal, whatever kind of hits what my students like the most. For my students who like movement, a job search scavenger hunt, maybe I could post some job postings around the school and they could go on a walk to find them and write about what they might need. So that could be very, very fun and engaging. Now, you might be thinking, how am I going to grade this if I give them all these different choices for the learning target? Remember, Magic School also has a really wonderful rubric generator. So I could copy, so let's say I like this idea, interview tips poster. Create a colorful poster with 5 key tips for a successful job interview. I love that for my students who are artistic. I can copy that, and of course I would have copied this onto a Word document so I don't lose it. Otherwise, remember, it's always in your output history. So there's my job application and interview skills. So I can go to Teacher Tools. Now that I've copied that assignment idea, I go to the rubric generator. I can choose the grade level. I'm still working with 11th grade. I want a 4-point scale because we use standards-based grading. In the assignment description, I'm going to paste what I copied. Now my standard or objective would be I can prepare for a job interview, right? Now I can put in as much detail as I'd like. Create a colorful poster with 5 key tips will end up with a pretty successful rubric. I can also add spelling matters, right? We want them to make a poster. I also want them to include at least 3 images, so they could print those from the internet or they could draw if they like to draw. Additional customization is just more details. Setting a standard, you can choose to set a standard when you create the rubric, but when I hit generate, now I will have a rubric for that interview poster, and that will help me grade objectively because grading a poster can sometimes be kind of opinion-based. This makes everything measurable. So 5 clear tips, colorful, and the color enhances readability, 3 high-quality images, and spelling and grammar. And it breaks it down in a measurable way, so what I can do is just circle where the student lands, add some comments, and I'm all set. So that is one of the options. Another option for assessment on Magic School is they have a multiple choice quiz or assessment generator. That's pretty standard. So let's say I'm working with some third grade students. I want 5 questions. The topic is the water cycle in science. Oops. I could paste in whatever content I'm using, or you can upload a file. The limit is 75,000 words. That's pretty long, so you should be all right. You can add a file here if you'd like. You can add the standard. When you hit generate, it will give you a multiple choice quiz. Of course, the more detail I enter, the more detail I will get. So if I really want it aligned to my curriculum, I can do that. Then I can hit copy and use that multiple choice assessment. So a choice board offers assessment ideas. Multiple choice quiz offers assessment ideas. I can also use ChatGPT. So for ChatGPT, I have many prompts about how I want to choose to assess students. One of the things that I like to do is to create, multiple ways to assess my content. So let's imagine I have a vocabulary list of 10 words. I could say create a quiz for, we'll say, 5th grade students. I'm just imagining. I like to do 5 multiple choice, 5 true or false, 3 short answer about the following vocabulary list. And then I could just paste the vocabulary list, and ChatGPT will generate those 5 multiple choice, 5 true or false, and 3 short answer questions about my topic, my vocabulary list, whatever content I want to paste in. So I hope that this saves you time and helps you better assess your students so you can continue to love and empower them every day. Thank you so much.